What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here, and today I'm making a video that I've wanted to make for years. I'm counting down 100 of the greatest B-movies ever made. Well, according to me. That's going to be 10 videos. Before you start typing angry comments, your favorite is most likely on here too. Probably. And no, it's probably not where you think it should be. And that's the fun. Every film on this list earned its spot because it did something to earn it. Made me laugh, made me think, or it made me rewind the tape and watch it again. We're going to start at the bottom. And folks, the bottom is gorgeous. These first 10 movies, they're the ones that failed at literally everything and became immortal anyways. I love every single one of them, and I think you will too. All right, let's go. Alright, at 100, we're starting in the dirt, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So let's talk about some Hobgoblins. This is Rick Sloane's $15,000 Gremlins knockoff, and calling it a knockoff is being generous to knockoffs everywhere. It's got little furry aliens that escape from a vault, and they make your fantasies come true.
Do you kiss on the first date?
I go all the way on the first date.
My kind of woman.
Well, except the fantasies, they end up killing you. I mean, it sounds cool, right? Yet, on the screen, it looks like somebody threw stuffed cat zombies at the cast and yelled, "Action." Now, nobody involved in this movie had any business making the movie, but they did it anyways. Sloane didn't even see these puppets until the night before shooting. The actors, they grab these lifeless plush blobs and they just commit as hard as they can, like full send.
They're gone!
And when Mystery Science Theater got a hold of this thing, it became just legendary. I have watched the Club Scum scene more times than I've watched some movies I actually respect. Hobgoblins, it's terrible. Hobgoblins is also essential, and it's number 100, and we're already having a great time, aren't we?
Excuse me, sir. Could I use your phone?
At number 99, we've got Eegah, and this movie is basically a dad spending his life savings to make his kid famous, and his kid responding by being the least charismatic leading man in the history of cinema. Arch Hall Sr., who directed this thing under a fake name, so his son Arch Jr. could play the hero, and I'm going to use that word pretty loosely.
Wow!
Because mostly all he does is drive a dune buggy and sing some ballads that are so bad they make you physically uncomfortable.
My whole life has changed. Oh, the first day we met was my last day.
But meanwhile, a young Richard Kiel, he's running around the desert in a loincloth playing a lovesick caveman. And he's just absolutely stealing the movie from everyone. To be honest, I mean, the first time I saw Eegah, I kind of thought it was a parody, but it is not.
Take it easy and tell me what happened.
I saw a giant. What? Well, I did.
This was a real attempt to launch a teen idol, and somehow it made a fortune at the drive-ins. Keel, he went on to be Jaws in the Bond franchise. Arch Jr., he became an airline pilot, which, you know, is probably the right call. But we did get Watch for Snakes out of the deal, and that line alone has given me more joy than most Oscar winners.
He left the road right here. Watch out for snakes.
Ooh.
This is worth like every penny of that $15,000 budget.
Knock it off! She's my girl!
At 98, I need you to picture this. A monster made of old carpet remnants moving at the speed of a shopping cart with a broken wheel. And people, they're just climbing into its mouth to be eaten. They're not running, they're not fighting, they're climbing in, like it's a water slide at the community pool. That's the creeping terror, and it's one of the most unintentionally hilarious things ever witnessed. The best part of this movie, the real monster, it got stolen before filming, so the crew threw this together like the night before. And then the soundtrack, that either got lost or, I don't know, never existed, so some guy has to narrate the entire movie in a voice so flat it sounds like he's reading you a grocery list.
These monsters were highly specialized test animals. They were, in fact, mobile laboratories that consumed human beings in order to analyze them chemically.
There's soldiers who just lie down in front of this thing. There's a woman who stops to take her baby's temperature while it's approaching. I've seen this movie like 5 or 6 times, and I still yell at the people on the screen. The creeping terror is proof that incompetence at a certain level becomes art.
Life has its way of making boys grow up, and with marriage, Martin's time had come. His life was now Brett, a life that he thoroughly enjoyed.
Monster A Go-Go is not technically a finished movie. Bill Rebane started filming something about a mutated astronaut, and then he ran out of money and just shelved it.
There's nothing more we can do here.
And then Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of gore cinema, he bought the footage for like $8,000 and said, "I'll finish it." He did not finish it. What he did do was tape it together like a kid gluing a broken vase and hoping his mom wouldn't notice.
If we can find out what brought him to this particular place, we might have something to go on.
Good idea.
There's actors that disappear between scenes because like they didn't come back for the reshoot. There's this guy who aged so much that they made him play his own brother.
I'm doing all I can. Not enough. They want answers, they want them now.
The monster, it shows up for like 3 minutes, and the ending to this thing, oh my God. The narrator, he just announces that the astronaut, he was found alive on the other side of the planet, and the monster never friggin' existed. Roll credits.
Then who or what has landed here? Is it here yet? Or has the cosmic switch been pulled? Case in point.
The movie, it doesn't end. It just surrenders. When I watched this for the first time, I just sat there in silence for like 30 seconds. And then I started laughing. That silence is the Monster Go-Go experience, and it earned its spot at 97, that beautiful train wreck.
I wanted to find out what you had against me.
You are human. Your people were getting too intelligent. We could not wait until you were strong enough to attack us. We had to attack you first.
I think you're just a big bully, picking on people smaller than you are.
Roman at 96. So this is about a gorilla in a diving helmet who stands in a cave next to a bubble machine. And that's your villain.
I announced myself to keep them from wiping out cities, which will give our people much amusement.
That's the alien who wiped out all of humanity, except like one family who they're just having a picnic, while the apocalypse is still happening.
You kids promised you'd take a nap right after lunch if we took you on this picnic, and off you scoot.
I saw Robot Monster for the first time on a Saturday afternoon when I was like in my 20s, and I remember thinking, there's just no way this is real. Yeah, this is real. Phil Tucker made this in like 4 days. Now, here's the thing that gets me. Elmer Bernstein scored this. The guy who did The Magnificent Seven and The Great Escape. He scored a movie about a gorilla in a diving helmet.
Wish to be a human? Good. You can die a human.
It's just way too good for what's happening on screen, which just makes the whole thing so much more funny. Robot Monster is the platonic ideal of a bad movie.
George, talk to him. Make him see that we won't harm him. He can let us live.
If someone asks you, like, what's a B movie? You show them Roman and his bubble machine. That image is seared into everyone's brain like forever, the day they see it.
My daddy won't let you hurt me.
We'll see.
According to the story they tell, if you see this big bird, it's a sign that you're gonna die real soon.
At 95, you kind of gotta feel bad for Jeff Morrow. I mean, you really do. The man showed up, he delivered his lines like a professional.
I'm not being flippant, I'm not wisecracking. I'm just scared. We all are, I guess. So let's face that and then try and do something about that bird.
He played it straight through like the entire shoot and then walked into the premiere and saw that monster for the first time because nobody in the cast had seen it before that moment. The producers, they farmed the creature out to some like effects budget shop in Mexico City and just like, I guess, crossed their fingers. What came back was a marionette bird that looks like it was built from a paper bag, a couple of ping pong balls, and someone's leftover Thanksgiving decorations. The audience at that premiere, they reportedly laughed so hard that Morrow, he just snuck out before the lights even came up. The bird is why we're still talking about this movie like 70 years later. I mean, nobody remembers like the competent monster movies from 1957, right? But everybody remembers that cross-eyed antimatter space buzzard that eats some parachutists. The Giant Claw is the funniest movie ever made that wasn't trying to be funny. I mean, that's not a failure. That's a different kind of success. And Jeff, wherever you are, I hope you know that we're actually laughing with you. All right, Vault Dwellers, I want to hear you guys make some bets on who you think is going to be in the top 20. What would you have in the top 20? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's move on.
You're not from this world, are you? I did not know how to tell you.
It seems impossible to believe.
All right, at 94, we see some aliens who land on Earth to breed giant lobsters for food, and one of them, he falls in love with a human girl and rebels against his species. Well, that's Teenagers from Outer Space, and it's exactly as ridiculous as I made it sound.
Why do you want to kill him?
It is important only that he leave here, that I return him to where he belongs.
And where is that?
From where he escaped.
The alien disintegrator gun is a toy from like a 5 and dime store, and every time someone gets zapped, the same plastic skeleton shows up, bolt on top of the skull and everything. The giant monster terrorizing the city, it's literally the shadow of like a real lobster projected behind the actors. Hey, Tom Graff, he did everything on this film. He wrote it, he directed, he produced, he shot, he edited, he starred in it. And he did it for like $14,000.
Back in the cave where he shot at me, some kind of man-eating monster. Poor Mac, the guy I was with, I could hear the thing tearing him apart. He was dead in a few seconds.
There's something like kind of sweet about the love story though. Derek's sacrifice at the end, it has like more emotional weight than it has probably any right to, given that he's like fighting a lobster shadow.
Turn the ships around before it is too late.
Hold course steady.
Tom, he poured his whole heart into this thing. You can totally feel it, and that's worth way more than a good special effects team, I guess.
He promised he would never leave, that he would never go back. I don't believe he wants to break his promise to me. I'm not gonna let him. So at 93, it's a little bit of a newer film than I normally cover, but I need you to understand something about Birdemic. James Nguyen was not making a joke with this thing. This was not a wink at the audience. This man spent like 4 years of his life crafting what he believed was a serious romantic thriller about climate change, inspired by Alfred Hitchcock.
In prehistoric times, birds did attack cavemen. They used to claw at their eyes and skull.
The first 45 minutes is a guy driving, eating at restaurants, and closing a software deal. Then, birds attack.
Rob, they're breaking into the window.
Hurry, let's barricade with the bed.
And when I say birds, I mean what appears to be a screensaver from 1997 hovering in front of the camera while actors swing coat hangers at nothing. I saw this at a midnight screening, and everybody in the audience lost their minds. People were throwing like plastic birds at the screen. It was totally like Rocky Horror, just for like the internet generation.
Run! Run! Ramsey!
And that's what everybody loves about Birdemic. In a world full of movies that try to be bad on purpose, Nguyen's total sincerity is what made this thing special.
Who's there? Who's there? Come on or shoot!
Don't shoot! Peace, man!
Come down here.
He wasn't actually in on the joke. He made exactly the film he wanted to make. That kind of commitment is so rare, and you know what? I respect the hell out of it, even if the birds look like clip art.
Hi!
There is a menu.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with you.
Master wants you, but he can't have you. I want you.
Stop that talk this instant, you hear?
He wants you, but he can't have you.
Mike!
Number 92 has got me talking about Manos. Like, again. This might be my third time talking about it, but that's because it's a big one.
See, I do not fear you, even though you beat me again.
This fertilizer salesman from El Paso, he made a bet that he could produce a horror film, and what he produced was 70 minutes of what feels like 700 minutes. All right, there's a family who gets lost. They find this creepy compound run by the master and his servant Torgo.
There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon. There is no way out of here.
No way out?
And then the master just basically stands around while pretty much nothing happens and a few women wrestle each other. Torgo, he's the wobbly knees guy. We do see a lot of the master's cape.
Manos, God of primal darkness, as thou hast decreed, so have I done. The hands of fate have doomed this man.
And there is this couple making out in a car, and they just keep getting busted by the cops.
Again? How many times do you have to be told?
Like, wow.
It's hypnotic in like the best way possible. I have a complicated relationship with Manos because the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode, it's one of the greatest things ever aired on television.
You're the worst. You were his first wife. He doesn't want you anymore. Now even I don't want you.
And without it, this film would like still be rotting in a file cabinet somewhere. But you know, here's what haunts me. The guy who played Torgo, his name was John Reynolds, and he wore this painful metal leg rig that was supposed to make him look inhuman. And he was in agony for like the entire shoot. Unfortunately though, he died not long after production wrapped. So when I laugh at Torgo's weird shuffle and his mumbling delivery, and I do laugh, I also absolutely know that Manos, it earned this spot because of him.
You are a troublemaker. You deserve to die.
Hey, do me a favor. If you want to see the rest of the series, why don't you go hit the like button? It doesn't cost you anything. And if you definitely want to see like the next part of this, make sure you're a subscriber. And that way you're going to see all 10 parts of this countdown because we've got 90 more films to go. And I promise you, I think it only gets better from here. I saved number 91 things for last in this episode to ease you into what this list is capable of. Things, it's a Canadian horror film shot on Super 8 with a budget that may have been able to cover a high school photo development lab.
You never told me you were a kindergarten artist.
Well, you never told me that you were an asshole either. I had to find out for myself.
You have these two guys who visit a cabin where one of their wives has been knocked up by a mad scientist's experiment involving giant ant creature.
Susan's dead, everybody's dead, all because of you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. There's hundreds of creatures around this goddamn hellhole.
There's bugs hatching, people dying, and the storytelling makes the DMV look organized. Amber Lynn, she appears as this news anchor, just clearly reading cue cards for the first time.
Dr. Lucas has discovered that if the human brain is exposed to ultraviolet light, a human's lifespan will double.
The lighting, it's from flashlight, and the effects, they're rubber ants dipped in corn syrup and just tossed at the actors. But that's why I adore this thing. You know, this shouldn't exist. It breaks like every rule of filmmaking because the people making it, they didn't know they were rules to break.
Duck's fingers.
And that's freedom. Terrifying, yet unwatchable freedom. Welcome to the end of the first list, Vault Dwellers, and we're just getting started.
They're eating me! Take me to the hospital! They can rebuild me there! They got artificial parts these days!
Alright, that's the foundation. That's the basement of this countdown. Every single one of those movies, it was made by somebody who decided they're going to make a movie, whether they should or should not, and they just did it. No studio backing, no safety net, just some ambition, a camera, and a dream that frequently turned into a nightmare. But they deserve respect. And in part 2, we climb up to the films that crossed over from bad into legendary. See you at the next episode, Vault Dwellers, and keep it weird, folks.
Can we close the deal today? Can I place your order today? Great, thanks. We appreciate your business. Woohoo!
But, Master, you have 6 wives. Why can't I have one for myself?
You are not one of us. Therefore, you cannot have one of them.
Yes, but I have one now. This one is mine.